Hey, so this video is going to be a little different this week. I want to share with you my personal story of my journey from zero to $300,000, my journey to freedom, and why I started Amazon FBA. Hopefully this gives you some inspiration to start your Amazon FBA journey so that you can live the life that you've always wanted, and so that you know that this is possible and that anything in your life is possible if you really want it and put your mind to it. If you haven't already and you enjoy my content, be sure to subscribe to my channel. So I started selling on Amazon last year in July. Since then, I've made over $300,000 and I've made roughly $110,000 in profit so far. And I'm going to be sharing a story with you that a lot of people in my life do not know. This may be a little emotional for me, so let's get to it. So all my life I was taught to work hard and that's it, and that sometimes you got to do what you got to do, and if you have to wake up 7 days a week to go to work all day long in order to be successful, then you just do it because you work hard, and that's where success is. And that happiness is success and money, and you are successful and happy if you have a mansion and a nice car. So that's what I thought happiness was. So what did I do? I overworked myself day in and day out, 7 days a week. Before starting Amazon FBA, I had a construction business with my father that felt more like a 9-to-5 job than a business, because I was doing everything from the paperwork to the accounting to the designing of the projects. I went to college for architecture, and I was picking up the materials every morning and every night, and I was also doing the physical labor. At the same time, I was pursuing an acting career. So I would go to classes at nighttime, and during the day I would run through my lines at work and on my breaks, and I would also be running back and forth to auditions from work and to auditions every single day. And on my off time for acting, I would on the weekends be either studying for class or studying for auditions, or either doing audition tapes. And for construction business, on my off time I would be doing paperwork and all that stuff. So my days were basically, I woke up at 6:30 a.m. and I would come home anywhere from 12 to 1 a.m. every single day, and I never had time to relax. My mind was always on. When I was sleeping, my mind was always running, and I just thought that if I pushed myself and kept pushing myself every single day, harder and harder, that everything will become easier and I'll become happier. And I did this for years. My body kept asking me to stop, and I didn't listen. I just kept going. I thought that life was greener on the other side, and that I would be happier on the other side. Little did I know that happiness was right there in front of me in the journey, and not just chasing that destination and that end goal. So what happened next? I started to go downhill really fast from overworking and overstressing my mind and my body, in combination with visiting old traumas in my acting work, caused me to go into severe depression. And for me, always pushing my body and just kept chasing my dreams, and from chasing my dreams and never enjoying the moment, enjoying the journey right now, it put me in a really dark hole. And in 2016, this led to a brain injury. I wound up having a limbic system impairment, which basically means that my emotional part of my brain took over the logical and thinking part of my brain, and my brain was stuck in fight or flight mode 24/7. I couldn't leave my house without getting attacks all day, every day. And the best part about this is that I just kept pushing myself, and I didn't listen to my body. My body asked me to stop, and I just kept going until one day I couldn't leave my home anymore, or even be safe in my own home. I was getting attacks in my own house, and I also suffered many invisible illnesses. I suffered severe MCS, multiple chemical sensitivity, chronic fatigue syndrome, fibromyalgia. I couldn't even sit in my chair or lay in my bed without feeling pain. I had many other things that I'm not going to share, but I also had really severe brain fog, where I was losing memory. I couldn't remember anything, that a conversation that I had like 2 minutes ago, or I couldn't even follow a movie on the TV. I also started to stutter. So I had the thoughts and the words coming out of my mouth. I had the thoughts of the words that I wanted to say, but they wouldn't come out of my mouth. And I went to see hundreds of doctors and nobody knew what was wrong with me. They thought that I'll be stuck with this for the rest of my life. I just want to say to you that if you know anyone with severe depression or invisible illnesses, it's really, really hard to understand. So it's different for everyone, right? So you can't really say you understand them. So the best thing you could do is just comfort them and support them, because you could really save their life. And when people that you love are attacking you instead of comforting you, it puts you in a darker hole and you feel more alone. Luckily for me, my fiance was always really supportive and comforting of me throughout my journey. I kept going downhill as the days went on. In 2019, I became homebound. I became so depressed that I didn't want to live anymore. I couldn't even be in my own home without getting attacks 24/7. And I just let it take over me. I stopped looking for hope. But at the same time, as I was home, my ferret, my baby boy, was ill and fighting for his life. And even though he was sick, he was always happy and always wanted to play and always showed me love. So I thought to myself, if he wants to keep fighting for his life, why should I be so selfish to want to end my own life? So I said, if he wants to live, then so do I. And the one thing about this was that I was home every day with my babies, and I started to think to myself, maybe this is life, maybe this is happiness, just being with my babies and just living life, right? Anyways, this whole time I was looking for happiness out there, chasing out there, but little did I know it was right in front of me the whole time. Anyways, so instead of relying on doctors, I started to look for a solution myself, a cure myself. And then I found DNRS in March of 2019. What DNRS is that it's a program that teaches you to use neuroplasticity to rewire your brain. So basically everything that I had was as a result of myself overstressing and overworking myself day in and day out for years in combination with a traumatic event. So what DNRS basically teaches you is to be calm and happy and to be kind with yourself and your brain, and just to always be relaxed and enjoy the moment. And DNRS was the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my whole life, because you basically have to trigger yourself in order to rewire your brain and reassociate that event or anything with something positive. And anyways, after a few months of hard work, I started healing. I started to see the light again, and I realized that I was happy being home with my babies, and just taking walks outside made me really, really happy. I didn't have to do anything else. That happiness isn't out there, it's right there in front of you. You just have to be open to see it, right? You just have to be open to see the flowers and not the weeds. And it's just your perception of life, and that's it. And that I just want to say that DNRS taught me the power of self-love and kindness. And I want to say that if you know anyone with an invisible illness or severe depression, please refer them to DNRS. You never know. They think there's no cure. Just tell them to give it a shot. It saved my life, and it could save theirs. If you've gotten this far to the video, show me some love and hit that thumbs up for me. It inspires me to push out more videos. And also in the comment section, let me know why you are starting your Amazon FBA journey. I love to hear about your journey, so just let me know below, and I look forward to reading that. So in July 2019, as I was healing, my mind became more clear and more calm, and I started to see the light, and I became a happy person. I wasn't happy for years, and it was just such a great feeling. And one day I was just sitting there, and I was just like, I need money, right? I need money to support my life and to support my acting career. So I was like, how can I make a lot of money while working a lot less to support my career? And then as time went on, I was like, acting's just a part of my life. How can I make a lot of money while working a lot less so I can do whatever I want, be wherever I want, and work whenever I want? And so I started looking at starting my own business. So I was looking at opening up a brick and mortar like ice cream parlor. And because it's really big here, like trendy ice cream parlors do really well in New York City. But the big thing about that is that, the bad thing about it is that there's a lot of overhead, the risk is really high, and you have to pay rent, and you need like a startup capital of at least like $100,000, $50,000 just to start, and you're not going to get any money back until like maybe 5 years time. So that's that. So I was like, okay, that's too risky. So I started looking at online businesses because I was like, I want to be wherever I want. I don't want to just be stuck in one spot and having to run a business. If I want to be in France or Hawaii or China, I want to be there. And so I started looking at online businesses, and that's where I found Amazon FBA. At first, I was really hesitant about Amazon FBA because I saw all these people on YouTube making so much money, and I was like, this shit's a scam. I'm not going to do this. If they can make all this money, why doesn't everyone do it? And I was like, because the majority of people in life, 90% of the people in life will always stay safe and never go after what they want because they let fear stop them. And that's why you need to know that anything in life is possible if you just try. I truly believe that anyone could achieve anything in their wildest dreams if they really want to in their life. All they have to do is give it a shot, and the biggest thing is just getting started, right? And just staying with that consistently. Anyways, the thing that attracted me to Amazon was a few things. One was that you could basically be anywhere in the world and you could still run a business. Two, I saw that it was all front end effort, which means that all the work goes in the front end. So like you spend like whatever 8 hours a day in the beginning every single day, and then later on you could spend like 2 hours a day, and you could just leave the business and let it run on autopilot. So that's what attracted me to it. And if you wanted to later on, you could hire employees to run the business for you and step away from it. So that's what I want to do. And the last thing was, you don't need that much money to start. You could start with a few $1,000s. In most businesses, you need like $100,000, $200,000 to start, but this, you only need like $3,000 or $5,000 to start your business, and you could easily get 3 times your money back within that year with your startup capital. So that's what attracted me to it. And you don't have to touch anything, right? All you have to do is do some stuff on the computer. You have people doing all the work for you. You have the supplier making the product for you, and you have your freight forwarder shipping for you, and you have them coordinating the shipping with each other. And then you have Amazon, they do all the work for you. They do all the warehousing, all the storage, they ship everything for you. So you don't really have to do much. So that's one big thing that's really good about Amazon. And also, they have a platform already that's everything's there for you. The advertisements there, the audience is there. You have millions of people looking at Amazon products every single day. So unlike like a physical brick and mortar retail, you have to really market yourself out there, right? And people aren't going to come to you because you're nobody. But Amazon has so many people there, such a big audience already that trusts their platform. So that's why I went for Amazon. So I said, F it, I'll try it. In worst case scenario, I'll lose a few $1,000s and I'll move on with my life. At least I know I tried, and that I won't have any regrets. So then I enrolled in a course with Nomad Millionaire in November 2019. And he just felt really relatable to me because his story was similar to mine. And he was just out there enjoying his life and traveling. That was something that I felt relatable to, and that's something that I wanted to do with my own life. So I just enrolled in this course. I started product researching at the end of December 2019, and I launched my first product in July of 2020. And here we are now, less than a year later. I've made over $100,000 in profit. And yeah. So why did I start Amazon FBA? I started Amazon FBA because I wanted the freedom to enjoy my life. I want to be able to travel whenever I want. I want to be able to take a walk outside for 2 hours just because I feel like it, and I don't want to have to rush because I just don't want to, right? And I want to be able to spend time with my family, my fiance, and my pets, just be able to live and just get away from that hustle life. I don't want to be away for 16 hours of the day anymore, or even 5 hours. I want to be here right now, just living life. And I'm just so grateful for a second chance in my life, because every day I wake up, I'm just really happy and grateful for everything around me. And I really believe that everything in your life happens for a reason. Life happens for you and not to you, because although I had that huge speed bump in my life, it helped me realize that life is life, and to just be, and that happiness is all around us right here, and that there's no green on the other side kind of thing. That everything is here, happiness is all around you if you are willing to look for it. And I will never overwork myself again, because life is short and precious, and you deserve to enjoy it, and you work to enjoy your life. So why can't we work less to enjoy life even more, and that's what Amazon FBA is about. So where are we now? I am so proud of how far I've come with my life. Right now, I only spend 10 to 12 hours on my Amazon FBA business. The rest of my day, I try to just enjoy and love and live my life and everyone around me. And I made over $110,000 since starting 11 months ago, right? So if you do the math, if I work 10 to 12 hours per week on Amazon FBA, I make roughly $230 per hour. And that's really crazy because I used to spend over 15 hours per week just traveling back and forth to work. So what does the future hold? Right now I have 8 products being shipped to Amazon, and they should be up and running for sale within the next month. And if all goes to plan, I should be able to hit my biggest goal this year of $100,000 per month. That's $30,000 in profit per month. That's really, really crazy. And I might be able to hit my other goal, which is $1 million this year. But I've been delayed for a few months, so I may not hit it, but if I hit it, great. If not, it's okay. It'll happen when it happens. And then I want to hire a team so that they could run my Amazon business for me, and so that I can step away and focus on creating a course so I can help you learn how to create freedom for your life that you've always wanted. And I'm so excited for what the future holds, but most importantly, I'm excited to just live life right now. And I thank Amazon for freedom, for that freedom to just be able to do whatever I want. And that's all I have for you today. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Be sure to share this with your friends and family, and I am so thankful for your support. I really hope that you start your Amazon journey, and I wish you the best of luck and enjoy the rest of your week.